We're looking at the $26 million Longines Hong Kong Mile is next. If you want to hear from Vincent Ho, though, and Francis Law, we had a stable visit with Golden 60. And that's all on the website for our HKIR specials. Have a look at that. Plenty of other interviews as well and stories to go along. It's myself and Leo Schlinks. That's on the website, the HKIR special. We'll keep moving, though, and now have a look at the lineup for the mile this year, of course, which is headed by last year's champion in Golden 60, and he hasn't been beaten since. The incredible winning run continues. Down on Kingley, though, Sha Tin coming from Japan. Indy champ's been here before. Waikuku more than this. Got close to Golden 60 last season. Salios, Damien Lane rides him from Barrier 1. Plum draw there. Vandergaard, Karis Teton's picked up the ride. Sky Darcy, last year's Derby winner. Excellent Proposal, Lucky Express, both for John Size. And Mother Earth, the Irish runner for Aidan O'Brien. Ryan Moore will be in saddle on the 3-year-old filly. Now, we'll start off again, of course, with the speed map. And big red box there, Mark, saying slow. Who sets the pace? There
is a distinct lack of pace here. Waikuku goes forward, Salios, Lucky Express outside them. Can you see that changing in any way, Paul, with the slow tempo likely to be set? Sky Darcy raced a little handier in the Derby over 2,000 metres, but he's been going back his first couple of runs this time in.
I think the key, John Size is the key, because Lucky Express has drawn the outside. Does he want to come across and lead and give Waikuku a trail? Excellent Proposal can get a nice run, whatever happens in between. Now, Salios generally races handy without leading. It's what they do with Golden 60 from Barrier 2. I mean, are they tempted to ride him more handily and get him sort of right up, one out, one back, or just in behind the pace? The only time he was beaten, I must say, he did go forward and set outside the pace that day. He has been getting back. That's the query. There's a big conundrum there for them, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he can go back and go that pace they did last time and run over the top of them.
OK, last 5 winners, of course, Golden 60 looking to do a beauty generation here, Mark, and win it for a second time.
And become the most winningest local horse of all time too, if you can do it, Golden 60. And Good Baba holds the record. It does look, though, Paul, bad luck taken out of the equation. The top two are likely to be the two in the market. Certainly the one is, we know that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just what sort of run he gets, I think.
All right, well, let's start off here with one of the key Japanese runners, and that is down on Kingley, and he'll be ridden by Yuga Kawada.
He's had excellent form in Japan this year with the win and a second, and both of not just the results of the race, but the way the horse handled himself. He's been very impressed with that form and the horse in general. By all accounts, everything's going to plan, and he's very happy and looks forward to the horse being able to show his exceptional ability this weekend. Not too focused on his own position in the race, but wait and see how the race unfolds, and based on that, would just like Dan and Kingley to get into his own rhythm. If the horse can get into his own rhythm, that's when he's able to show his best. He feels he's quite versatile if he can get a nice rhythm. So a specific position within the race isn't a big concern or focus at the moment.
There you go. It was a mighty win, Mark, as well in the Yasuda Kinnan, beating Grand Allegria on quick ground as well.
And you look at the horses he's been racing around, Andrew. A second behind Schnellmeister last time. That win over Grand Allegria. Down the track behind Armanai, 7th to Grand Allegria. Golden 60 is going to have to beat his best, because this guy is a serious racehorse, Paul.
He is, definitely. And it's interesting to hear what you said there with the horse, barrier number 9. So there's options there for him, what he's going to do. He just wants to get him into a strong rhythm. OK, well, let's have a look at how he's looked at track work this week as well, Paul. Asked to do a little bit on the turf earlier in the week. And he responded when he was asked. He really nicely, he just picked up really well. He's a nice horse, this Dan and Kingley. Yep, Golden 60 is going to know he's been in a race.
A Wednesday winner on the all-weather over 432.8, 53.1 he worked on the turf, 30.9 and 22.2. That's the fastest split of all the internationals all week. OK, well, Golden 60. Let's take a check on him, and this is the Jockey Club mile mark. Slow tempo, went back, looped the field and rattled off a couple of really fast final sectionals. He shouldn't have been able to win this. Only Golden 60 could have won this race. Southern Legend was coming to the back end of his career. Waikuku and Sky Darcy, they tried their best. Pressure Ship was retired after this race. More than this was having his first run back, so a Hillstrip fitter. If the locals were ever going to beat him, Paul, that was the race.
Yeah, I agree totally. I can't see that any of the locals overturning that, all things being equal.
All right, so again, it come down to tactics, I think, from the draw. Back in Japan, Paul, for the Mile Championship.
Look, Salios is going to sit handy. That's one thing that's going to be in his favour. Salios, he's got a good draw and he won't be too far away. It was a nice run here over the mile as well for Salios. Vindegard is a horse, look, he sits midfield and he sort of runs on, and he sort of runs the same sort of pace the whole way. But of the two, I really like Salios.
I'm going to take the other one that wears the same colours in Indy Champ into the top four. Beat Salios home here. Just been in the right races again. It's just which Japanese horse you like, isn't it?
Again, that was Gran Allegria winning that race on her final start. So that's the form reference with Down on Kingley, I suppose. Next up, Mark, is Excellent Proposal. An unlucky Excellent Proposal and Lucky Express.
I'm giving him a chance. Excellent Proposal as the next best of the locals behind Golden 60. Just didn't happen for him this day. Blake's won on him before. He's over 1,600 metres and gets a real excuse out of this race, Paul, because there was traffic everywhere around him. He's going to probably get the right run from barrier number 7. If there is a blowout, he could be it.
Yeah, look, he's been unlucky all the way through here, isn't he? So, look, yeah, definitely, he's definitely one of the local chances.
Yeah, he needs to lift again, but last year's Classic Mile, as Mark said, for Blake, and I think there's a bit more to come with him. Last horse to talk about is Mother Earth, and we can hear from her jockey, Ryan Moore.
Yeah, she's wonderful filly. She's strong, and yeah, as you say, she's been very busy, been on the go all year, and late on as a 2-year-old as well. The race in Del Mar, she was drawn in the middle, didn't get away that quickly, and pace was steady, and it was impossible to make up ground in that very short straight there. She's been consistent all year. Look, the race on Sunday is very strong with Golden 60 and a large Japanese contingent. You know, it's a couple of very smart horses coming from Japan as well, and obviously the big horse from here. So it's going to be tough for her. She's got a nice stall. It might be quite a tactical race again. Can't see them going mad, but you know, she gets a nice weight pull, and she usually runs a good race, and I think Sha Tin will suit her well. I think she'll enjoy the quicker ground, and she'll enjoy the track.
Ryan Moore there on Mother Earth, Mark, and she, for a 3-year-old, all she's done is running Group 1s this season. Nine runs, all in Group 1. She's won 2 of them.
And she can travel. We know that. I just got the vibe from Ryan. He was more confident when he was speaking about Mogul in another interview than he was about Mother Earth.
Yeah, like she's had a full-on season, hasn't she? But she's tough, and she's arrived here in really good condition. She gets back. I just wonder if this pace is the little query with her. But she's a multiple Group 1 winner.
Yeah, this is her 5th country she's raced in this season as well. But the market, Paul, $1.1 about Golden 60 at the moment. It's pretty short.
Pretty short. Look, I've got him on top. Look, his tactics are going to be massive in this race. We'll see where he ends up. But he seems to be winning from everywhere at the moment. So he's on top. Dan and Kingley, I think, is going to give him the most to do. Salios as well. Look, I think Salios is going to be in a nice position, and he's been running some consistent races behind some top-line horses. And I toss up between Waikuku and the other one, Excellent Proposal. I just thought Waikuku might be in front of him, so that's why I went with him. So I ended up with 1, 2, 6 and 4.
Same top 2 as Paul. Has to be the champ on top, Golden 60, but he's going to have to beat his very best to beat Denon Kingley, who comes with such excellent credentials. We saw it in that replay. Mentioned the form around him as well. Golden 60, shouldn't have won last time, so he's on top to beat the 2, and he is at home. 9, Excellent Proposal, no luck, and still good enough to run second in that last start in the Chevalier Cup. An Indy champ, another one of the Japanese. 1, 2, 9 and 3.
Yeah, Golden 60 and Down on Kingley, clearly the 2 on form, but I just think that Excellent Proposal's got a big run in him, and each way at that sort of price, I'd be looking at him. Excellent Proposal for John Size and Blake Shin. That's the mile end. One more to go. Up next is the Longines Hong Kong Cup.